Yeah.
Let's get into What's on Tap, which is brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Sundays are easy to enjoy when they are full of football, and the fridge is filled with beer, and we're going to make it even easier for you by taking some of your best questions. This one from General Kenobi. Who should I start at the flex this week, Zay Flowers or TreVeyon Henderson? Denny, what do you think of this dilemma?
This is tough because, you're talking about a Buffalo defense that has been really bad, just all around bad, but really soft against the run. I feel like Henderson can get there with like 10 touches here, but how can you pencil him in for 10 touches? I would lean Zay Flowers here, but just for other folks, Henderson is not a bad play because of the nature of the matchup.
Yep. Firstly, great to see General Kenobi is alive. And well, I was pretty sure he died at the end of A New Hope, but that's okay.
We were worried.
Glad to see he's back in business and asking questions about Zay Flowers,
football,
TreVeyon Henderson. General Kenobi. My answer would be Zay Flowers as well, despite we talked about in the previous segment about how his receiving prop is relatively low. I would lean over 45.5 receiving yards. I think that the nature of Zay's game, Connor, is that he's not going to be relying on Cooper Rush making 10 out of 10 throws down the sideline. They'll be able to manufacture touches for Zay.
No, when you look at a backup quarterback, you try to get him comfortable and give him some layups. And I think Zay Flowers, the beauty of his game is he can give a quarterback layups as good as anybody in this league. So I pretty comfortably would say Zay Flowers on that one. Our next question here is from El Zaza to Olave versus the Giants or Hunter Henry versus the Bills. Jay, the old wide receiver versus tight end start question. It is half-point PPR, so keep in mind the touchdown equity is a little bit more important here.
Yeah, can you imagine asking this question 3 years ago?
Oh my
Cris
goodness,
Olave was like the best rookie wide receiver in the league alongside Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, they were neck and neck for Rookie of the Year.
The thing is, like, Olave's not even playing that poorly at the moment. It's just he's being missed on a lot of targets by my man Spencer Rattler, and Hunter Henry has turned into somehow a top 8 tight end. There's going to be huge throw script with the Patriots going up against the Bills in a total that's pushing 50, but at the same time, like, it's still Cris Olave.
Right.
And I default there against the Giants secondary that can certainly be had if they can avoid the pass rush. See, Matthews got Cris Olave ranked 17th, ahead of A.J. Brown. Sorry, I got to take the guy who's ranked ahead of A.J. Brown and Brian Thomas Jr. Over the great, the immortal Hunter Henry.
You agree with that, Denny?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, Olave's going to get there eventually. I'm going to keep writing him up in regression files every week. He's being targeted on 27% of his routes. That's strong. It won't feed your family, but eventually it might. So keep playing Olave.
All right, our last question from Victor. Flex option, Judkins, Woody Marks, Keenan Allen, or Tirico and McMillan, and now have Rachaad White. I'm assuming that's who it is. Hashtag crying for help. No pun intended. What do you think of this, Jay? A lot of intriguing, a lot of upside, like, rookie options in this question.
Indeed. I think it is between Quinshon Judkins and Tirico and McMillan. The issue is the T-Mac just doesn't score touchdowns yet. I'm sure they'll come at some point, but I think the answer is Quinshon Judkins. We've seen that he gets so much volume, and they've been successful enough running that he's kind of immune to game script. The fact that he was able to have the game he did against the Lions, despite them getting completely blown out. Also, the fact he was able to have the game in terms of a per-play basis that he did against the Ravens when they were getting blown out too, I think bodes very well. They're only 3.5-point dogs against the Vikings across the pond. And you see that Matthew has him ranked as running back 9. Who would have thought just a few weeks ago that week 5 of the NFL season that Javonte Williams, Quinshon Judkins, and Cam Scatterbo would all be top 10 running backs?
Crazy. Yeah, Denny, it just feels hard to not play Judkins right now with how I know he's running into loaded boxes, and Dylan Gabriel probably doesn't inspire confidence, but he looks really good.
Yeah, he does. And by the way, Jay said, who would have guessed Judkins would be in the top 10? Connor would have guessed. Connor's been telling us for months. They want to feed this guy the rock. And so I listened. I want you to know that.
Thank you, Denny. I appreciate you. We should have you on more for this segment, actually. Matthew, enjoy Tuscaloosa for now.
Somebody's got to listen to you. So, listen, Judkins is probably the play. I do want to say, though, Tet McMillan has a great matchup against a very bad Miami secondary, and he is dominating targets and air yards in this Carolina offense. I feel like this is a spike week for him, but he's probably a more high variance play than Judkins in week 5.
Yeah, I'm not sure if everyone saw Matthew running the 40 at AT&T Stadium on Sunday, but that is basically what the Dolphins are trotting out a cornerback at the moment. It's very bleak. So if T-Mac is ever going to really ignite, he's been fine. He's been solid. T-Mac has like 4 fewer receiving yards than Egbuka at this point or something.
Yeah, he's been very good.
Yeah, no, I think that this might be the week he explodes.
Julio, I think you are Evil J. Did you have something to do with this to get me out of the rankings?
No, I voted for you. You were 6th on my committee submission.
I don't even have a ballot, so I don't know what's going on here. By the way, Julio, think you are also said it went downhill after Big Show left. That was a pretty good comment. Tej, I'm snubbed again. That's great.
That's a disgrace.
We're obviously voting for you.
Yes.
I don't know how.
You're the people's choice. You're like Martin Scorsese before he went for the department.
Yeah,
You'll get there
that's
eventually.
exactly right. Aloha Bricks. Yes, I made the top 10. Yes, you did.
Aloha Bricks. Well deserved.
Very nice debut for Aloha Bricks. That'll do it for What's on Tap, presented by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. And Cody Kiger, I got robbed.
I haven't seen you much pop up on the screen, Cody. I'm not going to pay that yet.
But maybe next week. For everybody, keep it coming. Dave Ballard, I'm coming for that top 10. David B. saw a man fall to his knees in Costco over those rankings.
Wow.
Please video that next time.
Like Willem Dafoe at the end of Platoon.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Or Andy Dufresne in Shawshank. But
There you go.
that was more of a celebration. Defoe,
Not so much.
not so much.
He was being shot dead.
Yep. This Sunday, Josh Allen and the undefeated Bills welcome Drake May and the Patriots to Buffalo for a primetime AFC East clash. Catch it Sunday night on NBC and Peacock. We're taking our last break. When we're back, Jay and I have our best picks going into the weekend to impress Dr. Carter. Pickup lines after the break.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotorWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.